Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Hey, listen!
Vibe mic, vibe mic. Vibe mic. Vibe mic.
Yeah, what it do, what it is, what it be. Welcome to episode 25 of the Five Mics podcast. It's at the number 5 MICS podcast. Welcome everybody once again. Thanks for tuning in. We got Tim, we got Io, we got James, we got Monte, and I am Dino. Episode 25. How's everybody doing first and foremost?
Good, man.
Yeah, I'm doing very well myself.
Good. Little cold in here, but otherwise we're doing well.
Welcome to Minnesota. It get cold.
Where's the Where's the snow?
Minnesota.
We two different songs.
There was supposed to be a giant snowstorm and nothing happened.
What
Yeah.
the-
Well, welcome to Minnesota again. You know where they say it also can rain, but it never does.
Yeah, they said it was supposed to snow
Yeah.
all day and
When
all
they
night.
say that.
Bro, like in the
It's all
summertime. No,
Pain Street.
in the summertime, they literally be like precipitation is at what? 57%, 80%, and all of a sudden it never rains.
Well, in good
Never rained in
news,
Southern California.
we can open with this. In good news,
California.
you know, for our national listeners who don't know exactly where we are, we're in Rochester, Minnesota, home of the Mayo Clinic. It's always ranked like anywhere between the number 1 and number 3 hospital in
Number
the world.
one.
It's like
Number
always
one,
rotating,
number
but it's
one.
usually number 1. So in our city, we've been seeing a lot of people who like work at the clinic, you know, first responders, nurses, doctors, even Mayo employees, like they are rolling out this vaccine. Like
Oh, yeah.
everywhere I look, I see someone on my friends list, like they're taking
Yeah.
profile pictures. They have a backdrop like it's an award
Fashion.
show.
Yeah.
I just got the vaccine.
Yeah.
VMA vaccine awards, like everybody's getting vaccines.
Yeah.
So it's like light at the tunnel. I even had a doctor's appointment and I was talking to one of the nurses there and she was just talking about how fast they're rolling it out and like how they really feel like we're gonna be like light at the end of the tunnel. You know, Thursdays on first. Like for those who don't know, there's like Street Fest. Like, they really think we're gonna be
Nice.
like back on that level where
No, but I've
we're gonna
also
be-
talked to a couple of nurses, you know, after they got their second dose, who said they've had these symptoms.
really
You know, where their bones are hurting or they're like sleeping the day away and all these
Yeah.
other kind of side effects. I'm still gonna take the vaccine no matter what. I don't care. I don't care what y'all say. Vaccine,
Welcome back,
vaccine.
James.
Hey, I am happy to be back. Shout out to Doug and Chris from Tactical Brewing down in Orlando, Florida, winning the second annual Smash Fest, you know, a beer fest down there as well. They sponsoring the episode tonight. Right now I'm drinking the Respiratory Pause, which is an IPA brewed very, very well. So cheers to them and cheers to the episode, fellas.
Nice.
Salute. How was that trip?
Man, that trip was amazing because you got to think about
You're not
it.
drinking?
It's Florida again. They were open. The city was open, you know, but you know, face mask up. The beer fest was kind of odd to me because like they didn't have gates. This is the first beer fest I've ever been to, had no gates. You could literally walk in, and if you have a wristband, they'll serve you. If you didn't, and it was like it was cold. It was cold this way. I think it was like 55, 60 degrees. Minnesota, you know, people are like, oh, you're from Minnesota. It's not that cold. I'm like, bro, I came here trying to escape cold. I was looking for like 80s, 85s. Didn't get it. So I had my jacket on the whole time. They're like, you look bundled up. I'm like, I should probably put on some shorts in. I'm sorry. But I had an amazing time.
Good,
I had a very, very good time. Stored a lot of stuff. Some stuff I just literally like go by the wayside and enjoyed my time. Not posting everything on the grams, and I just pretty much like restored everything that people put on of me, I guess.
Nice.
Paparazzi.
Tim, how you doing over there, man? You
I'm cool, man. It's been it's been a good week. It's just it's a new year, you know. So it's one of them things where I'm going into it completely positive. So I'm not gonna trip over nothing.
nice, man.
Yeah.
yeah, we're good. We're gonna be back to business. I say March, April. We'll see signs of things getting better by June. I think it'll be all gone, dude. If you think about it, I thought about a couple of ways. Like one, we're gonna have a new president, right? So they're gonna want to be victorious. They're gonna want to do everything to say, all right, we came in, we got the vaccines out, new stimulus checks coming, by the way. But I guess they're slapping another 1,400 on top of that.
I thought it was 2,000 straight up.
No, I guess
Or is it adds up
they're
to-
adding 1,400. It's the last I heard. It was a couple hours ago,
Yeah.
but stimulus checks coming, vaccine coming. I think it's gonna be fucking.
But the last
lit.
unemployment checks have been coming with extra 300.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I heard they're bumping up unemployment
Not
too.
that I've been getting it. It hit the button. But not that I've been getting it. I ain't been getting it.
Hit
But
the
yeah,
button.
I guess they saying that the extra 300 is coming on some people's stuff.
Nice. This guy.
Yeah, so
All right.
I might take it too.
Well,
I reconsidered.
yeah. I think
The vaccine?
I'm like 50-50 now. Like if I come to the end of the line, it's like, all right, everyone damn near is taking the vaccine and they all look fine.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
My thing is like, what is to lose?
my life.
But here's the thing: you can lose.
That was
easy. But look, you can lose your life by not taking it.
That's true.
Mm,
Hey, yo.
I survived
Chill.
COVID. I beat COVID's ass. COVID and whatnot.
You beat COVID's ass, but you had you in the house. Hey guys, I'm gonna have to take a week off. I'm
yeah,
sick.
it's only 2 days
I
though.
can't be around you.
No, I'm
you
not-
Be around yourself.
No, I'm just playing. COVID actually fucked me up pretty bad. COVID was no joke.
Look, COVID got him ass in the big poofy coat right now. Like, you know, he was like Puff Daddy in that coat.
Bruh. You got on the Matthew McConaughey
Now we got a-
Interstellar boost.
Yeah, we got a session. We got a session. We got a
What a
session.
great movie. That's a great movie.
Yeezy. This episode
Them,
is brought to you by Yeezy Boots.
Them fourth dimension boots. Come on,
Hey.
son.
Yeah.
Them Conheys.
So wait a minute.
You got on the Conheys.
Oh shit.
He went from Matthew McConaughey to
Yeah. McConaughey.
Oh god.
No, some
Oh,
days I'm in my Yeezy, some
Yeah.
days I'm in my Vans.
Oh snap! This thing went to Orlando.
If I didn't have plans, I probably would have popped the Zans. If y'all want some bars.
All right, what you said, Dina?
Yeah, whatever. So speaking of that, so the inauguration is next Wednesday, right?
The 20th. Yeah.
Yeah, next Wednesday. And they already tried to impeach Buddy again, or they already filed for it, right? To impeach Trump again. He got 6 days left in the office. I don't know how this is gonna happen, but that's pretty fucking crazy. I think 1 term, 2 impeachments. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's never happened.
Yeah.
No, it's a bigger process than just saying, "Oh, you got impeached and then you're gone."
What's
obviously it
the
didn't go
seriousness though of being impeached? I mean, so you can never run again, right?
through. If you get
Lose
impeached,
your pension.
You lose your pension.
security. You lose the security.
Oh, we took away Trump's pension.
Nigga, they took away the nigga's phone.
Well, you say it like that.
Got more money than the fucking pension probably was gonna give him.
Half his companies are bankrupt. So
Well, get that nigga out of here. Go live on a farm with fucking. What's
Hold on. So
Joe
it's
Exotic.
like the equivalent of doing a 25-year bid and fucking up on your last week, pretty much, right? Because this nigga now just completely fucked himself up for life, really. Like realistically, nobody wants to fuck with him anymore. He had 7 days to just walk away, and he'd have been good money.
Have y'all ever seen the bit that he had on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air
No.
Yeah, for sure.
when Ashley was like, "You've messed up our life again,"
she said again.
or "You fucking my life up." Basically, that's what she wanted
Oh,
to say.
shit.
But Fresh Prince of Bel-Air lingo. You messed up my life.
Damn.
You fucked my life up, Trump.
Yeah.
I
He
don't.
ain't really fucking my life up, but
Yeah.
yeah, that is wild. And then they sent all these bans out. So I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't think that ban from Twitter and shit is gonna be lifetime.
But that shit is like minuscule to what I actually care about. Like, I'd rather care about the people who support him and follow up behind his footsteps and do stupid shit. That's who I more care about than what's going on social media. Like,
Well, I think a lot of that branched off of what he was saying though on
Yeah.
Twitter,
true.
and that's why they said that.
Yeah,
That's
but,
why they did that. I should say.
but these people still showed up at these conventions and stuff like that, and then at the same time, now some of them are getting in trouble for it. The buddy who took a picture at like Pelosi's desk, I guess he's getting like 10 to 11 years. I guess is the max sentence.
Well, a lot of them are.
Yeah, so
a lot of them are.
yeah,
are
so we'll
getting
see
in
what
trouble
happens.
now.
We'll see what happens with that. I guess his statements is like basically he don't give a fuck. Is that that's a soundbite that I took from it. It's like he really didn't give a fuck. Like whatever, who cares? That stuff right there like stirs emotions in me. I mean, I missed last week's episode, but obviously at the same time, this shit was on my mind more so than anything because I was traveling and I can see these people at the airport, and I'm going to a city that or a state that actually was red, you know. So it's just a little different. I almost still don't even know how to grasp it because at the same time, I still live around some of these people in the city that I'm in right now. Like even like being like I got Black Lives Matter sign in my front yard, or I got the bumper stickers. Like you're on like almost like on a scale of being watched like a hawk, because now we know who we can like knock off or pick on or like, intimidate if we needed to. Almost is like we're looking at Trump supporters. Our movement, I don't feel like we're gonna be trying to mess around with too many Trump supporters, like trying to take them off the earth. But I feel like a Trump supporter is dumb enough because they see stuff that's going on in society. They see the stuff that's going on in the news. And then the next day they wake up and they still be like, we still love Trump. So have you not learned anything yet?
I mean, he had 74 million people that supported him. So,
but after 74 million people supported him, you seen them take over a fucking government building. Us 5 people couldn't go into a Subway and take it over and say we want all the ham or all the sausage, and without consequence. You know what I'm saying?
Hit the button.
No, but that's
pause.
Force my hand.
Leave it up to him to fuck up a good segment.
No, that's interesting.
Though. It's that's just weird to me.
Yeah, I didn't realize last week when we did the episode, I didn't realize actually how bad it was. So like when I first saw the videos, it was like, all right, police are taking selfies with them. They're going in, they're taking a lectern. I'm like, no, I've seen more videos like that come out. I saw a video of them, like they took an officer out,
drug him in,
beat him to death, like pool of blood laying on the ground. They found pipe bombs. Yep. They had zip ties. Like,
yeah, bro.
They were actually trying to kidnap Congress people and like blow up the Capitol building, right?
Yeah, man.
So I'm looking deeper and deeper into it, and like I know you guys are always like going back and forth with me on how sometimes I'm like maybe a little bit naive, or I'm not always seeing at all the depths of it. But I'm like, oh shit, like he really has a hold on these people. Like they really actually believed that they lost an election and that like they were going to like come in and actually change it.
Yeah, they had Trump Civil War shirts on.
Do they have like a Hitler or Obama or Osama hold on them?
They're
like,
delusional.
Go do this, and I'm like, no, go do this, and then oh shit, we should probably just go and hijack a damn Capitol.
Yeah,
never once in my mind have I thought about doing something like that.
Yeah, he's got the. I said it last week. He's got the Manson effect on him, where he isn't saying he doesn't say do this. He never said go storm the Capitol. He said show up at the Capitol. Like he just for protest.
He is smart dude.
Like that he is. That video you sent or Dino sent, whoever sent it, Dino I think it was, him reading it. He's not dumb.
His wordplay dope.
He's not dumb. Like he knows how he acts and stuff. He knows how to say
he knows how to persuade people, bro. He's a businessman. Like
so it's crazy.
He knows how to close deals. He knows how to get people to back him. Everything's a business. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to use the right words, even though he might seem like a dumbass at times. He's an intelligent person. He can't be dumb if he got to the point where he's at. You know what I'm saying?
Some trigger words, man. He says certain things and it just triggers in somebody's head. And the next thing you know, what he didn't say it directly, but he said it. So it's one of the things where he was over there going, I didn't say none of this stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And a lot of times where people would say stuff like, he's dog whistling. He's like he's going in between the lines. And like the way I always looked at it, I was like, yeah, Trump is just like such a sociopath that he will just say anything. Like, all right, if you're racist, I'll be racist. If you don't like these people, I don't like these people. If you have this problem, I have this problem. He just whatever his supporters wanted, he just like molded himself into that. And yeah, dude, like his consequences or his actions should have some sort of consequence. Like I don't know what, but it's kind of like it kind of reminds me of like the mob boss, like when they have like RICO, the RICO cases. So the mob boss technically he never touches any drugs, he never shoots anybody,
but he's the one that goes down.
But they connected on like, well, you are the leader of this organization. So even if you didn't actually commit the acts, you're partially responsible. So I've seen videos. Some people have talking about, will they try to prosecute him when he's done? Like some people believe like he will end up in a jail cell at some point in his life. So I guess you have to see.
I think they were saying that his son was Trump Jr. was getting investigated for it on inciting like the mobs and stuff like that. So,
right.
So hey, we'll see. What you?
What's this nigga doing, bro?
But yeah, we can keep that one brief. Trump got impeached twice. I guess they're saying that they might actually the Senate might actually vote and remove him from office. They banned him from Twitter. He lost everything.
He may as well just throw away his phone. You got a Nokia.
So just it's time to move on.
He only got Snake.
Trump. It was a 4-year experiment that went into total trash. So it's just time for you to just take a seat, back down.
If you look at it a different way, I think it was successful because without Trump being president, there's a lot of people we wouldn't have known felt the way they feel about some certain people. So we definitely a lot of people that show their ass was like, oh yeah.
But at the same token, was a lot of bullshit really going on before he was in office? I feel like, I don't know, since
there's always bullshit.
I feel like the last 2 years for sure, it's been a lot of bullshit.
And there's always bullshit.
Dude, there's
heightened though, or maybe it's just the fact of how media plays things, or how society has become, where everything is faster now. But
you got to think about it. What happened before Trump? We had Trayvon Martin, we had Eric Garner, we had Sandra Bland, all the same things all the same things are going on, right? But it was kind of we had Obama, so we felt good about that. And then I think now
I just feel
he addressed them in a different way too.
I just feel like the Obama, they just gave I don't want to say black people. I just feel like it gave people of color. That's the first time I ever used that term. Actually, I hate that color, or I hate that term.
I don't
hate that color.
No, I hate that term. People of color. What the fuck you mean? But they gave us a security blanket where it felt oh man, Obama's the president. If anything got out of line, at least he'll take care of us.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, his campaign was about hope.
Yeah,
and I think that's what he gave people. And
we can.
Yeah, hope.
We didn't feel like we don't have any security, or we don't feel safe at all with Donald Trump at the helm. You know what I'm saying? Because he can pop off to North Korea anytime he wants, because this guy's crazy like that. And all of a sudden we got World War III, we almost had that at the beginning of the year, last year.
You said
that's because this guy's wild.
You said you go from Obama, who was saying preaching, yes, we can. And that's what got him into office. And then all of a sudden you have a guy like Trump starts popping off with make America great again. And then you start going, in order for it to be great again, it means that there's clearly a problem with America. So then all of a sudden you start having people going, there is a problem with America. And then he create this cult following, and things like what happened on Wednesday happened. But I was going to ask you this. Do you think that this stuff is really fucking with people's heads to the point where, example, I think Kyrie Irving, right? People say what they want to say about Kyrie Irving. I actually think that he may be in a position right now where he's telling himself, why the fuck we playing basketball when all this crazy shit is happening? And y'all expect us just to go pick up a basketball and act like what happened on Wednesday was just another day in the park.
So he said that though. He said that before the bubble. That's why he was like, I'm not coming back to play in the bubble. We don't need to be playing basketball. There's much bigger issues going on. And, they highlight him going to a party, his sister's birthday party, but they don't highlight him being on a Zoom call with 40 people about trying to
but they were knocking him on that Zoom call though too, because I was listening to something this morning. I think it was Skip and Shannon. They were saying it's just immature for him to be on that Zoom call when you don't want to show up to work.
Stephen A. said.
Stephen A. My bad. It was first take. It was first take.
Fuck Stephen A. Smith, bro.
I was gonna say leave it up to Stephen A. Smith.
He said that.
Fucking coon, dog.
How many co-hosts have left Stephen A.? He had his own TV show.
Wait, what did he say about Kyrie?
He said he should retire. He said, why? He said because he said.
Can we get a zoom in on Io's face when we talking about Kyrie?
Why? What?
He just took your heart apart or something. Whoa. What are we talking about, Kyrie?
I just didn't hear.
Yeah.
Well, no. So yesterday, before the trade, before the trade yesterday, he said that Kyrie should retire if he doesn't want to play basketball.
Yeah.
And
just 'cause I
then
own 2 Kyries.
And then today he said Kyrie's being immature for being on a Zoom call. It was a congressman in his community or city, whatever it was. I don't know.
Yeah.
You would. I mean,
Something
I don't know
like
how
that.
you knock somebody for doing that, but then he goes, "How are you going to be on that call, but you don't show up? You don't tell your team where you're at?" But then it goes back to what we were talking about. There's some serious shit going on right now. So I mean, why should I put more money to this entity, which is the NBA, when people that look like him, like us, just get gunned down, get mistreated? Like, for what kind of cycle are we going to continue to keep doing here?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
Fuck Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, Kyrie. I think Kyrie. Like,
Stephen A. Smith. What you mean?
No, I think Kyrie has good intentions, and he's always been like a deep thinking dude. So like Kyrie, for me, he feels like someone who like maybe the weight of the world like actually bothers him. Like he sits there and thinks about it all the time, right? So maybe that's super important to him. If he wants to play, that's cool. If he doesn't want to play, that's cool too. But then I always go back and forth. I'm like, just what the hell are we gonna do, bro? Like what? I always come back to that every single time we have the podcast. Like, what are the solutions? So hopefully now we should be in the position to ask and demand for whatever we want, right? Mm-hmm. We should be.
Yeah,
that's the way I look at it.
But haven't we already been in that position before?
No, I don't think
40 acres and a mule.
I think now, like I put up a status a while back. I quoted somebody. It's like, okay, Democrats have control of the Senate, the House, and the executive branch. Like now it's time for you to pass those things. Like Biden said he was going to do grants for small businesses, for Black people, for women, people of color, all different things like that. Talking about injecting money into the hood. Like I do want to see that shit happen. And like I said before, I've been skeptical, but I'm the first person to want good things to happen for Black people. And if these politicians are actually going to do something, I'd like to see them do it. But we have to make some sort of like coherent demands. It can't just be like kind of just signaling, it has to go deeper than the hashtag. Like we have to tell them what we want. Until then, it's kind of just going in those circles until the next event happens, whether it's a shooting, whether it's a Capitol. Doesn't it seem like it's always like there's always like a huge wave, like a Black person gets shot or some racist people do something, then it's like BLM for like 2 weeks and then silence. Then we all forget about it. We wait for the next shooting to happen. We wait for the next thing to happen.
That American attention.
And then, news cycle. So who the fuck knows? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we'll see. They got the National Guard posted up over there at the Capitol and all the buildings. So just in case some shit pop off next week.
Yeah, they're super deep.
Yeah, a lot of capitals on the watch. The cities.
Yeah.
St. Paul, not here in Rochester. Somebody.
What do we got though?
There isn't a capital here.
22. All right, cue that, Monte.
There wasn't sad though. There wasn't sad.
Oh, we got some more sad. I'm just playing.
What? We got more sad?
One of my childhood friends, his mom died a couple of days ago. So I do want to say rest in peace to Diane Mayweather. Yeah. Definitely helped raise me. That's one of my mom's best friends. That's my sister godmom. So don't know how it happened, but definitely rest in peace to her. Prayers out to the family, for sure. So now you can cue that shit, Monte.
Nah, I don't want to say it after that, man.
No. But because of like what 2020 did for like social injustices and things like that, you guys get into like The Bachelor. I really don't, but I hear that
that shit pissed me off.
They casted a Black Bachelor for the first time, and it's like season 20.
It's the first Black guy?
Yeah, that's what I said, bro. But people are like, we don't. This is The Bachelor. It's The Bachelor. I'm like, out of deaths and that happened in the Black community, now you want to cast a Black Bachelor?
Yeah, that's
like I feel like I've known
shit,
Black.
bro.
It's pity. I've literally feel like I've met 6 bachelors who were Black, who could have had an episode in season 3.
Yeah.
Now it's season 20.
I mean, I don't really care. It's a TV show, so I don't really care about somebody dating stuff.
I get it that it's a TV show, but why is it 20 years later?
I mean, me personally, I don't care if he's black or white. I don't care if there hasn't been any Black people on it. I don't.
Man, when is Temptation Island coming back?
Yeah, for real.
Well, no. First and foremost, it's a very, very popular show.
It's
So
it's
I mean,
the most popular show. People be like, "Oh, I got to take the night off. I'm watching The Bachelor."
Yeah, man. We may not care for it, but it's a legit popular show to the point where when you actually break it down, really,
where America,
20 seasons in,
where
really,
America literally felt like there was only one Bachelor and he was white.
What's the main demographic of people who watch The Bachelor?
everybody.
That's because they created
Do black
it.
people watch The Bachelor?
I don't know.
That's because 19
Tim
years.
watched that shit.
20 years,
That's on
it's
Tim's
the white
schedule for
guy.
sure.
Yeah.
If it was literally
It's
like
not on my schedule.
literally, if it was once out of every other or once every third, it was like a person of color.
Right.
You think that the demographic will be all white?
Did you watch Flavor of Love?
I watched it all. Flavor of Love, Rock of Love.
That's
Yeah.
The Bachelor.
All that
Flavor
shit.
of Love for
That's
the
The
love
Bachelor.
for the love of Ray J.
Facts.
Yeah,
Real
that's the
House,
Bachelor.
real,
That's the
real.
Bachelor.
So that's a good point, right? So there's
But they changed it up.
see
it's
this is
still-
always
it's the
going back
same
to this
thing.
thing. So like there are plenty of dating shows with black people like Ray J for the love of Ray
Yep.
J, Flavor of Love.
Those are like the BET movie versions, though.
See, here's the thing.
Straight to be.
Here's the thing. That's why every time we go to this like race debate, I'm more like Malcolm, right? I want to just give us our own shit and let us do our own thing. I don't care what the fuck white.
Yeah.
I don't care about being on. Oh, it's like we all white people. Please let us be on your show. Like fuck them. Who cares? I don't care. And then when they give it to you, it's like some pity thing, and it's like no, dude. Like there's fucking poor black people dying on the
It
street.
always goes
Give
back
us
to the
money,
Grammys.
you know?
It's like the Grammys. Everybody shits on the Grammys, but then they get so upset when they don't get no nominations.
But is it sad on me to think sometimes though when people like
You're not alone.
give black people our own shit? Like, isn't that creating a divide?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do hate that shit too.
But aren't you in that same mindset, being upset that The Bachelor just put a black dude on there?
I get that, but why would I be like, we want our own Black Bachelor TV show?
But that's basically what you're saying. But you're
No, I'm saying put a Black Bachelor on The Bachelor. Like, I don't want to change a show, change a whole concept, make the same concept.
He has
And
a
for
valid
everybody.
point. There shouldn't be any reason why you're 20 seasons in and you finally have a black bachelor. Nigga, there is plenty of black bachelors.
Like, I don't want to
So-
have the hottest black podcast. I want
Didn't
the
they
hottest
have-
podcast.
Didn't they have Aaron Rodgers' brother on there once?
Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah.
brother. Yeah, he's white.
No, I'm saying they had him on there. so they, what are these? We don't know the screening process. We don't know the
you
story. I
telling
don't
me-
know.
So you telling me out of all the motherfuckers in America, you couldn't find one black guy 20 years ago?
I don't know. I don't know how many of these black bachelors are going.
Hold on.
either.
Me and this nigga Dino filmed a movie with the nigga that was the Bachelor at one point in time. True story. A couple years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that dude. He from
Where my
Minnesota.
check at?
Nigga, where my check at? But yeah, but so
No more free shit.
this is a nigga from Minnesota. So like all we're saying is there shouldn't be any reason
Was he from
why.
Minnesota
What's
or
he-
Iowa?
I don't fucking
Because I think
know.
that same
Is he-
nigga,
is he-
like,
is
literally,
he
He
a
wasn't
bachelor?
black.
Is he a bachelor, though?
He hit somebody.
I you never know.
Was he rich?
You
What-
never
what-
know.
No, what? No, okay.
Not doing that movie.
No. What makes a bachelor?
I have no idea. I don't watch the show.
I literally feel like I'm a bachelor.
All right, and scene. Okay.
Oh, nigga, hold
Speaking
on.
of bachelors,
Yeah.
What
What
is
the?
going on?
I'm a bachelor, dog. You know, I gotta give myself my roses.
Hey, this nigga, you know what? Hold on.
Hold on,
It's the
man.
it's the Fanta hoodie, bro.
That's why he brought the question up in the first place to sit that in.
I ain't trying
Okay.
to plug myself.
There's probably some
I
racial
can
discrimination in The Bachelor where they didn't put
Oh,
a bachelor.
there
on.
is.
There is. And then they threw it a bone. I just don't care, bro.
But don't give me fake shit.
Yeah, like
Keep casting white people. No,
Wait,
literally.
so are we upset that there hasn't been one for 20 seasons?
So hold on.
Or there is one
I'm sorry.
now?
I'm sorry that went over your head.
Ooh.
Why would you cast a black person now?
now.
Why
That's what
not?
he said.
ooh,
Why
he's
not?
spitting bars.
You answered
Why
your
not?
own question.
Why not though?
George Floyd, social injustices. Now you want to do a black guy?
So is this how many seasons have there been
20,
since?
and it's the first one.
No. So last year, so it lasts a whole year. One season lasts a whole year, or are there multiple in the year?
Probably, I don't know.
I think it's 2 or
I
3.
think it's one a year. I think it's one a year.
Is it one a year?
You asked the wrong niggas. We never been on that shit.
Yeah, we don't watch that
Brought it
shit.
up. So you didn't
But
do
I'm just-
any research on it, but
The
decided
research
there's one
is
black
this is
dude.
20 years in or 20 seasons in, and it's only
Who was
been
on
one
it?
black
Who was on it
dude.
last year?
A
And when
white
did it
dude.
start?
A white dude.
Why are you doing that face?
A white dude. A white dude. A
Oh,
white
when did
dude.
it start? When did the season cast? When did it start? The
Let's do the
latter half of
math.
the season?
It
The
started.
year?
Let's say it started in 2000. Now it's
No,
2021.
I don't care
There's
about
been zero black people.
And you said it went over my head. So 2020 was a horrible year, correct?
Bro, they
Correct.
still filming.
Correct. When did George Floyd happen?
May.
Early
May.
parts.
When was this show casted? When did it start premiering last year?
Bro, they probably started casting.
Nah, I just started premiering like a month ago.
Probably like weeks to a month. They
That's talking about,
Yeah.
bro, how long does it take?
because George Floyd.
It don't take years to edit, bro.
What?
It don't take years to edit. They probably still filming
Take a day.
right now, bro.
Bro, they had a documentary on the Capitol on Hulu.
What? Come on. This shit actually didn't happen the other day. What do you got to say?
They had a full documentary. We talked about Soul. The same situation with Soul.
Yeah.
When you do an all-black cast for Disney, you make them animated, right?
Okay.
That conversation still has to happen now. When Moana came out, whatever that movie is, plenty of people watched that movie. The simple fact that you had a Samoan lead. Those are things that you feel like we should have crossed that bridge already. When we have to shine light to things like that, still, it sucks. When I'm in a room and somebody has to tell me that I'm the only black person in the room, nigga, we still care about that?
You're the only white person in this room. We don't say anything.
I feel like out of every sector, we have the most reach in entertainment, like entertainment and sports. That's actually where we're most represented. And I always get pissed because, like, again, get some black CEOs, get some black vice presidents of accounting, get some black scientists, get some black.
Can I ask
something
a
else?
question that'll literally fuck us up?
Sure.
You just brought up a whole bunch of Disney movies. Is the Lion King? I know it's in Africa, but are they black or white?
The people who voiced it were black.
James Earl Ray.
Yeah.
James Earl Jones.
But it's Disney. Though.
James Earl Jones. Who's James Earl Ray?
I don't know.
I don't know, nigga. A boxer.
He put together the assassinator.
They assassinated a president.
Assassinated a president. The fucking voiceover.
I'm Tim now with the Helen.
That Gindig.
Nigga said John Wilkes Booth.
I'm Tim now with the Anne Frank, Helen Keller shit.
I still can't tell them two apart.
No, but literally, look.
What do you mean if are they black or white though?
Like
The
the character-
people voiced it?
Not the voices, bro. You got to think, bro.
They're
Fucking
lions.
bro. That's a Disney movie. Now you want to talk about that? What color are the Simpsons then?
White?
They're like a weird. Yeah, I think they're white. They're
they're
yellow,
white.
Because
right?
Abu's black, bro.
Yeah.
The niggas is white.
Oh, he's
Ooh,
Middle
it's
East.
Indy.
So
That's black at the.
You
at
just
the show.
asked us what color lions were?
No, I'm asking what color are they portrayed in the movie?
They're lions,
they're
bro.
just lions. What do you
Well,
think
in
they
the
are?
new one, they were definitely black. Gambino, Beyonce,
All right, yeah.
they were for sure black.
All right, cool.
James Earl
God
Jones
damn.
again.
This nigga.
But also,
I'm crying.
he also was
Wait.
Darth Vader, so is Darth Vader black?
Darth Vader was
Yeah.
white.
No, Darth Vader was white, but the voice was black.
Ain't no black people in space, bro.
Why
Nah,
not?
what you mean?
Elon Musk.
Fuck, what's his name?
Like that's the only thing I know to go to space.
Han Solo? I think it was
No,
white.
not Han
I
Solo.
think it was
Chewbacca, white or black?
Oh, Childish was in there.
Yeah, Childish. What's his
They
character?
can have Chewbacca. We don't want Chewbacca. If we did a racial draft, they can have Chewbacca. We'll take Eminem.
Dude's like
Hold on.
6'9".
No,
He's
If we did the-
We ain't playing basketball, nigga.
no. The
Where-
racial
where's
draft.
Wookiee?
The racial draft comes down to Tiger Woods versus Eminem every rip. I'm taking M.
Why would it come down to those two?
That's how I feel like because Eminem
That's
is in
Chappelle show.
Eminem is into a black field. Tiger's into the white field.
You know how I know Tiger is in black? I saw an interview of him when he was like 14, and they were talking to him. He was like, they're like, how do you feel about, being a black golfer and, how to inspire other people? He was like, yes, I really think me being a successful golfer, would really mean a lot to the blacks. he's like, I think it would really mean a lot to the blacks. Like, oh, okay.
And he looks
so-
over and goes, "Can you believe that she asked if I was black?" He said it just like that too.
Shit.
Tiger Woods never claimed black.
Yeah, claim
Ever.
Asian, huh?
Like OJ.
Don't you automatically put mixed people as black?
You would think.
Yes, if you got any black in you,
You're black, right?
That's the rule.
Did they eliminate that shit from applications? Is that all that stuff done for now?
Nah, that shit's still on there. That shit's
Nah.
still. I always put other anyway.
Wait, who?
So when y'all get that vaccine, they gonna have to mark if you black or.
I always put other
So they can pick a different one.
brown skin.
I usually put mixed. Yeah.
Bro,
Two or more races.
when I got my COVID test, what's it called? It said I showed you. I screenshot. I put on my story. It said white America. It said white on my COVID thing.
Dude, I'm just about
I'm
That's what you put, right?
I'm done.
I'm gonna start identifying as a white. You ever seen that skin on ATL? or on Atlanta, where
Harrison?
where he's like
IPAs and a thick brown belt. Harrison, bro.
yeah,
Harrison.
where this dude he started identifying as a 42-year-old white male. And he's looking in the mirror. He's like, "How did you like the Game of Thrones episode last night?"
bro. He's like every time
when they like. What's he does like YouTube
always in the
videos.
skits.
I saw
every
that.
time I go to the bar, I ask him what kind of IPAs they got on tap. Yeah, that's Harrison, bro.
Hey, Dino.
Yeah.
But low key though, I'm sorry to cut you off.
But you already did.
That episode got me into drinking IPAs
IBAs.
and watching Game of Thrones.
Why are you talking like that?
Because you love Game of Thrones.
I love Game of Thrones too.
Game of Thrones
Your
was
ass used to be sitting in the house.
Yeah, you had to get the intro, bro.
You had to watch the whole thing.
Exactly.
Because
it changed.
Tim's ass is notorious with it. This is a big rich town.
Yeah. Hey.
See? But on Game of Thrones, it would show you in the intro, like, oh, okay, we're gonna be popping off in Dorne tonight. Okay. You had to know what was going on.
Show the tree of life.
Hold on.
You the type of nigga that's built for spoilers, bro. Like you will spoil something. I don't like to do that. I like to, what's the word? Build the anticipation, right? The theme song. I'm not gonna spoil nothing.
You to the question you was about to ask Dino before you.
Oh no, I was gonna ask Dino. Dino, real talk. So I made a poll on my story, and I said I don't care if the Nets got Harden. I said Lakers in 6. Legitimately, I think majority of the people was like, yeah, easily. And you disagreed.
He's a LeBron hater.
So
I don't even think it's 6 if James Harden wasn't there.
bro, they lost. Oh boy,
LeVert.
You don't even know nobody. What you talking about?
Did they lose Dinwiddie?
Dinwiddie is out for the season.
Yeah, they lost Dinwiddie.
But they literally traded Jared Allen, who's literally potentially one of their big men coming off the bench.
Because DeAndre Jordan
No.
is the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if you really break it down, they couldn't agree on a contract with Jared Allen before this. So they were going to lose him.
they
I
had
think that's why I put him.
He was probably going to end up leaving at the end of the season, wasn't
Yeah, he was going to be gone. So
Yeah.
that was a big loss. Karis LeVert, he
injury prone.
Nah, I would just say he hasn't
Injury prone.
He hasn't fit well with the second unit.
But everybody was saying, "Oh,
Because-
LeVert is going off and going off." Like he's
Yeah, but if you have you watched the game? He shoots like 25 shots a game off the bench.
Damn.
But he makes like 7.
Fam, with these COVID protocols, they kind of look kind of
bodies.
stupid. Yeah, I mean, if
Hey, I
someone
might throw my name in a fucking draft, nigga, because I need to get on a team.
Miller draft,
Yeah, high life, nigga.
yeah, nigga.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be well, let's talk about that. So everybody knows the fucking trade, but Harden's at the Nets.
Put
LeVert
your
went
ass
to
in the
the
cup holder,
Pacers.
nigga, not a car seat.
what?
Oladipo went to Houston.
Oladipo went to Houston.
Yeah,
I've never
yeah.
seen a trade like that, bro.
14.
No,
Nigga, they
That's what I'm saying. It was like 14.
They traded
Yeah,
draft
14.
picks into 2027.
Bro, four different teams.
No, they traded draft picks until 2027.
Did you see-
No, I'm saying it was 4 teams involved.
did you see the sheet with the
Yeah,
names?
Yeah.
And
One name I can pronounce.
fam, I've never seen something like this before, bro. I couldn't even read it. It made no sense to me. It said 4 picks now, 4 picks in this year, and then for the Nets, it just said James Harden. This nigga's fat.
But he's still a walking bucket.
He looked like you
Yeah.
took that
No, no, it looks like he's
bucket.
chicken.
Chicken.
Fat boy give you 40, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We'll see though. I mean, like the COVID shit has been ramping up, so I don't know if it's going.
Shout
I
out
think
to
they're going to pause the season, bro.
Wow. They're gonna pause it.
I think that's what's going to happen, dog.
There were 3 postponed games last night.
Yeah.
I know Aaron Gordon said he wants to do a bubble, but he said make it like the Bahamas or Hawaii or some shit like that.
In my recommendation, I wouldn't say do a bubble. I wouldn't say do a bubble. I would say do 2 games a week.
Yeah, I would lessen the games.
Don't do 72. Like, oh, we took 10 games away. What the fuck? Like, you're still playing a lot of games. Do 2 games a week.
Yeah, I feel like you need the bubble though, because let's just be honest.
It worked.
Everybody, I would say there's less than 5% of people on planet Earth who has not consistently broken quarantine rules.
All right, so I ain't gonna throw
It's
nobody
just
under the
human.
bus, but I was just in Orlando and I did see some Orlando players in the bars down in Orlando when I was just there. Not only are there Orlando players,
I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus, but the whole team.
But the whole team.
No,
Orlando Magic.
they're gonna have to figure out. Which
Go ahead,
players are-
Greyhound. Keep going.
But at the same token, the Toronto Raptor players are also down in Orlando right now.
Oh, so you throwing them under the bus now?
So you saw them too?
Ain't
So
seen
24 players, huh?
Ain't nobody saying that.
Was it the point guard, shooting guard? What?
You a nasty motherfucker, Ray.
Wait, man.
You should have took some pics and sold it to TMZ, bro.
Ooh.
You know me.
Word.
People take pics with me. I don't take pictures.
They must have thought you was DeMar DeRozan, huh?
No.
He don't play for them no more.
Yeah, he's
No.
I was Aaron Gordon there? Who?
Look, Io as a reporter.
Probably was.
Nah, but I don't. They may have to cancel the season because the Heat the other night when they played the Celtics, they only had I think 8 players. Ended up going to overtime.
Why don't they all have vaccines by now? You would think all of them would have both vaccines.
They can't afford it.
Ooh.
That's what I said. No, but
I don't know if they're like labeled as essential. So, or whatever the criteria to the phase out is. You know what I'm saying?
it's entertainment.
Well, if I was an owner of a team and I was going to make
With billion.
$500 million a year, they essential.
I understand. But for like the COVID rollout.
Hey, you nigga, get the dribble. Hey, James Harden, eat a cheeseburger, drop 30. Yeah, got you.
wow.
I think they should do like multiple bubbles. I think baseball kind of did this, where you do like 4 bubbles, so you can do one on the West Coast, one in the South, one in the Midwest, one
like a bubble,
like North or whatever, Northeast, and you kind of just rotate teams. Like how many teams? 32. So 7-8 teams in that bubble. They play like 2-3 weeks straight, and then you ship them off, give them a week off, do the same thing in another bubble. You like rotate teams and shit like that.
I'm gonna say something crazy though. How
Per use.
Why can't they just take the L for this season?
Money, bro.
But because the way that the whole thing is going, realistically, bro, it's just not looking good.
On a different note, why can't they just get rid of conferences and just have everybody play? And so you play East Coast teams, like he's saying that bubble, like he was saying, will make a lot more sense. Top 2 teams, number one, stuff like that.
I'm gonna side with Tim on this one because literally, as an NBA fan, the league
This nigga's the king of cutoffs, bro.
No, he was done.
Monte didn't even finish his shit.
No, he was done, bro.
It's the whole
He was
logic,
done, bro. It's literally like but there's been so many blowouts and so many garbage games that I feel like I could have took the season off. I seen a game, bro. It was like 132 to 96, bro. It's like
LeBron's taking bets mid-game.
Imagine if I paid you 180, 165 to go to that game, buy your hot dogs and fucking popcorn and mini donuts and shit at the stadium, and I seen that, bro. That's $200 wasted for a fucking blowout.
Yeah,
that's not fun to me. There's no entertainment in this world that it's fun to me.
Portland played Sacramento last night, and Dame had like 40. CJ had like 38. I was like, damn.
That's not fun.
Then I looked at they were like, damn, they blew up. And I looked at the box score. De'Aaron Fox had 29, and Buddy Hield had 32. And I'm like, where's the fucking defense, bro? Like, what's the point of playing these games? Y'all averaging 35 a game.
You're a coach in high school, middle school, all through basketball. They literally preach defense. Get in a defensive stand. When the fuck did you lose that defensive stance? When did you lose that defensive stance where you let your player next to you that you're guarding drop 40 on your head?
Bro.
After that player literally drops 8 in a row, people are like, switch. Now there's no more switches?
They practice social distancing on the court.
Bro, that shit is ridiculous, bro. I can't stand it right now. So I really feel like they could have took the year off, and I'd be straight. There would be no 80-point blowouts and 50-point blowouts and injuries or COVIDs or anything like that. Literally, we would have figured it out in 2022.
Well, because here's the thing, like Mark Cuban was on his podcast and he said, I'm not allowing any fans this whole season because even if I let 5,000 fans in, 5,000 seems like nothing for an arena like that. But all it takes is for one person to have it. Next thing, and then he just goes, it's just not fair to my players, to the organization. So when you start having people like talking like that, then you kind of go, so what's really the need to even have these players play? I mean, you're playing in front of no fans. You're constantly getting tested. You're still gonna find a way to catch this virus, and it's just like it's okay to just take a year off.
Man,
I don't get it, bro. It's like the Super Bowl's coming up here in a couple weeks. I'm just saying, I mean,
can we beat the Packers?
We gonna beat the Packers.
We can beat the Packers.
We gonna beat the
No.
Packers. We gonna beat
Who's we?
we Rams.
Rams fan.
Oh,
The-
y'all niggas on the
The
team.
Packers are hanging 40 on you guys.
Yeah.
40 on their head.
Easily.
Nah, we
The
gonna
games this weekend, right?
Oh,
Saturday, yeah. We got
Milwaukee.
we got the
and
best
Bro,
defense in football.
We hung 40 on the Titans. We hung 40 on the Bears. We hung 40 on like the last 4 or 5 teams we played. We hung 40.
Replacements.
Fam,
Fuck
we have
outta
the
here.
best defense in football. The best Have you seen Jalen Ramsey? What he does to receivers? I'm not joking.
Devontae Adams.
Tim,
Devontae Adams.
don't hype it up. I don't want to get fucked up. Don't hype it up.
Devontae Adams.
I'm a chill.
Devontae Adams is gonna cook Jalen Ramsey.
Nigga,
You won't, but that's cool.
He's gonna cook him,
Hey, but let's get more courage.
Hey, I was on the side with you, but until you said that.
This
bro.
nigga
He's
lying.
gonna cook.
Monte like, wait, whoa.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Oh, this
Shit.
hold on. I'm
Maybe
sorry.
he
I gotta
switched.
do this
But
real
should
quick.
we shout out Alabama as being one of the hottest college football teams ever
Fuck Alabama.
compared to what the
Wait, let me shout out my cousin. He was hurt that game, or I think he was sitting out because of the COVID shit. But he was supposed to be starting defensive end for Ohio State, Tyreek.
Yeah.
But he didn't play. That's the reason why they score so much, man.
No, it ain't.
Damn,
No,
he's a number one reason that they pressure the quarterback, though.
it sound good.
that nigga
It's
needs
a fact.
that nigga needs to pressure the wide receiver.
For real.
The wide receiver had 215
Yeah.
yards.
Smith is,
Who throws the ball?
Pressure the wide receiver, not the quarterback.
bro.
I was thinking about that too. The most important
A quarterback.
position in football is the line,
Yeah,
offensive line, for sure.
Oh,
I go
yeah,
over the quarterback.
without a doubt. Without a doubt.
we agree with that.
Yeah, if your line sucks, you won't go that
That's
far.
true. Imagine
Yeah.
having a center that sucks.
But no, Adams is gonna cook Ramsey.
Hold
bro.
on. I'm just gonna let me throw this out there real quick. Just real quick. I know I'm calm. Okay, so I'm gonna name off some names, and I'm gonna ask y'all just a simple little trivia question. Okay.
Never
So-
heard of him.
Amari Cooper, Stephon Diggs, Terry McLaurin, Allen Robinson, DK Metcalf, Mike Evans, DeAndre Hopkins, DK Metcalf, DeAndre Hopkins, DK Metcalf again. These are all receivers that Jalen Ramsey, notable receivers that he guarded this season, right?
Mhm.
Out of all these names I listed off, how many touchdowns did he let up between all these names?
Well, Stephon
3.
Diggs really doesn't give
3?
a touchdown.
No.
Stephon Diggs doesn't produce touchdowns.
So how many on this list of all these people named off?
He literally probably had 0.
Finn,
No, I said all the people I just named off.
I don't care.
How many
DK
touchdowns
Metcalf,
total?
DK Metcalf. I don't know. I mean,
Ten.
this season.
Okay, so you said 10, you said 3.
Six.
6, okay.
Who has the most touchdowns in the league since 2016? Devontae Adams.
Answer the
Number
question.
one red zone wide receiver in the league.
We're gonna
Devontae
find out in a
Adams.
second, but answer.
Best
Okay,
receiver off the line, Devontae
10,
Adams.
3, 6. What you say?
They hit him with the button.
What you say? I just want to hear. what you say.
I don't know. I mean, aside from Hopkins, the rest of those Diggs too, but the rest ain't touching. The Metcalf is not.
Mike
there.
Evans, Allen
What?
Robinson, Amari Cooper.
Mike Evans.
Come on, fam.
No, they're on a lower tier.
Okay, but
They're not
so
on- they're
how
not
many,
on that
how
tier.
many touchdowns? Because there's some big names here.
Diggs don't produce.
can you just tell us the answer?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the answer. The only person that actually scored a touchdown was Diggs. 1 touchdown.
But he
One.
don't produce a lot of touchdowns.
With all these names on his list.
That's wrong.
Adams
'Cause-
will have 2 tubs
That-
this weekend.
DK scored 2 touchdowns last week.
He wasn't, but when Ramsey
Not on Ramsey. That's
was-
what. That's
no,
what-
Hey,
no.
what? The slant, Ramsey was on them.
No, they were playing his zone. I watched it. I watched it.
They were playing a zone.
Why would this thing lie?
Easy.
Nah, because it said no touchdowns on the little breakdown.
Yeah. They've been
I
saying.
didn't watch the game.
Football.
No, I don't watch that show.
Either way, man.
Hey, Arnold, wrap it up. Football head ass.
Hey, is Tampa Bay still in, right?
Yeah, they're playing the Saints.
Some old ass quarterback.
Ooh.
Somebody said that game should be on the History Channel.
Yeah.
It's how Brady posted the
Hey,
meme.
man.
It wasn't you.
I said it was a meme.
It wasn't your meme, nigga. You can't take credit for other people's memes.
Hey, Monto.
I didn't. I said there was a meme. I didn't say it was my meme.
They made you a
Hey,
meme.
being a group chat, be like, hey man, sorry for your loss, Monte meme. I'm like, come on, bro, not right now.
I told you I had bars. Like I said, they were my bars. Yeah, no, man. Tampa Bay, man. Tom Brady. Greatest
Okay,
of all
so
time.
I know this ain't a sport podcast, but I'm gonna tell you right now: the Rams gonna beat the Packers. Tampa Bay is gonna beat the Saints. Kansas City is gonna beat the Browns, and then I'm going with the Bills over the Ravens. That's what I'm saying.
I'll take
Damn, most of those picks are wrong, but
I would say, really? I'd definitely take the Bills.
Ravens are going to beat the Bills.
Hot take.
Ravens are going to beat the Bills. Packers obviously gonna win. Saints are gonna win, and then
The Chiefs and the Browns. You're thinking about this with Patrick Mahomes. What's that you think about?
it'll be closer than we think. The Chiefs will still win though.
I'm only cheering for the Bills because of Griselda and Stephon Diggs.
So
That's
my
it.
mom's is a Bills fan, so we can rock with her.
That's it.
The Bills Mafia. That's a real life thing.
Yeah, she
You know
stay
what?
posting that shit, bro.
Quarterback is
What
serious,
we got
too.
for questions, Dino?
Got a lot of questions. How many people? How many more people is James gonna cut off? That's the question of the podcast.
I'd rather get into
Nah, I think Monte said he had a question that he was saving. This relationship corner question.
Yeah, it
All
was.
right. Well, this is a relationship corner. Let's get it.
So my question was, if you're in a relationship, years down the road, married, kids, and you pass away suddenly. I know it's weird. Like, how would you feel? Like, do you want your significant other to move on and remarry?
Bye.
And like your kids to call that person.
Nigga, I'm haunting everybody. Fuck you.
no.
Like,
I get it, but at the same time, it's like I'd want the person that I married happily.
No, I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't care.
I get it. Hey, I'm eager, man. I haven't spoken 2 weeks, so I'm eager. So yeah,
Well, this nigga always trying to take 2 weeks off. That's on him.
no, because like
My fault.
I can't come back and say what's up. Go out, be happy. But
it's not about coming back. It's about how you would feel like now, like you get into
Yeah.
a relationship, you get married years down the road. Are you gonna be like, all right, if I pass away, yeah, keep going.
I'd say go happy, be happy.
So
If it would make you happy to go out and find happiness inside of another person, do it.
Inside
Whoa.
of what?
In their hearts.
Wait, hold on.
this nigga.
In their hearts. What do you mean?
In the heart, so
Yeah, bro.
So
Come on.
it's like
Don't be so
this.
literal, man.
It's like this. So if you were dating a shorty for 10 years and y'all had amazing 10 years and then y'all split up, you don't keep tabs on the shorty, bro. It's just you move on. If I were to pass away, I can't allow my then wife to now live a life where she has to continue to just keep thinking about me all the time. You become a widow. Nobody wants to be just a widow. It's okay. Go get married. Enjoy yourself. If my kids is calling somebody else daddy, it is what it is. I'm dead.
nope. Wait, what do you say? Huh?
I'm haunting them niggas.
That's
bro.
me right
Hey,
there. What you-
Fuck that.
It's till death do us part. I'm dead. We're
We both
apart.
dead. I'm just-
We're dead. We're dead. We're apart. I mean, especially like if they were younger, like
Yeah.
if we're
Yeah,
old,
yeah,
if we're old and like in our 60s and stuff, like yeah, you probably should just cool out. But if you're
Hey.
if you're like 35 and I die, yeah,
Damn.
I don't want you to not date for the rest of your life. And
No,
we
hold
go to
up.
heaven, and she can't. We're not back together no more. So when she dies, like I already got a new chick in heaven. We're apart already. It's over. It's over.
What if y'all 60?
Hey,
I
I
should do the busted challenge.
Marilyn Monroe and shit.
Audrey
Yeah.
Hepburn, Marilyn
Dino,
Monroe.
what'd you
I'm
say?
on it.
What'd you say, G?
Nah, if y'all break up and she's 60 and then you catch her doing a busted challenge, bro, what you gonna do?
What's your answer, man?
Doing the busted challenge? I'm with Tim, bro. I'm dead.
I'm dead.
I'm dead.
Yeah, no, I mean, I thought Tim was going down this lane, but then he teared off. So how you feel if you guys are in a long relationship and you guys split? Do you want her to go find another dude?
Yeah.
Hey, good
Like, are you happy with that? Like, did you believe when May said, I want to see you happy, even if it's not with me?
Talking.
Can we play OT Genesis?
This literally is cut it, my ass. No, this is a perfect conversation though, because like one of our viewers, Lissa, literally said, how soon is too soon for you to get into another relationship? This is perfect on topic. I literally feel
Oh, did James just come with a good question?
No,
on,
bro.
a
No,
viewer.
Lissa.
Alyssa did. Yeah,
Alyssa.
Alyssa did. Not.
conscious Lissa, you know,
All right.
So-
Stop shouting these people out unless they're going to pay us, nigga.
they gotta pay us. But I literally feel like
They making up names.
no.
But just ask the question.
Ask the question.
Or say your answer.
Why they keep cutting me off? Well,
I got to unplug this mic, dog.
I feel like out of a relationship, I did my research. I feel like you should take as long as it took you to be in a relationship to get out of a relationship. You was in that shit for 2.
What the fuck?
Wait, what?
No, look. If you was in a relationship for 8 months, it takes you 8 months to get out of it or to get over it into another one.
This isn't math.
What?
That's what I've heard. That's what I literally heard.
So 10 years. It takes 10 years
to get over it.
No.
Don't try to reference.
I think it depends on the situation. So, like, if it's a mutual split, I think it might be. I don't know. I think it depends if it's a mutual split or she cheated on you, or it just fucked up, or you just completely fell in love with her, or some shit like that.
The only way you would get out of a relationship if somebody cheated. Got it.
Me?
I feel like it'd literally be like the next person who gives me the energy that I needed.
No matter what time or time frame.
It could be 2 days. I'm like, what up? Otherwise, I feel like it could take some time.
So if you was in a long relationship, you got out. If you found the energy in 2 days, you'd be like, I'm ready for another.
If shorty was like giving me the energy I needed, I don't know. I don't want to say it like I'm weak, but sometimes I feel like I'm weak. But
They call that a rebound.
Yeah, you're gonna rebound. You know, it's the quickest way to get over somebody is to get under somebody else, get over somebody else, whatever.
I give so much energy to a rebound. It's not even real.
Damn.
Okay.
Cut that.
This shit just got real. This therapy session number 5 of the day.
Oh, speaking of therapy,
put the button.
what was you gonna say?
I need a Joe button.
Yeah, no, I think that is. We can dive into that if y'all want to. Like, trying to figure out how to get to that next relationship after the previous one. You know, we could say it's a long one, of course. So there's a lot of things there, you know, like how do you get over that? And if you find a girl right away, do you just dive in or do you take it slow? Like, because, you know, as men, we're not allowed to be vulnerable. We can't be like, nah, I want to take my time because, you know, if the girl presses us, what are we supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? As men.
Well, I can tell you from experience, after getting a divorce, I kept every girl that I dated, talked to at arm's length. Like I had no need to want to be in a relationship. And I've swore off relationships for like the first year or so. I'm like, dude, I'm not even gonna entertain it. I'm just gonna do me, you know, date casual, whatever. But like that was the last thing on my mind was to jump into another serious thing. So take your time, especially if it was a long relationship. Like you can just take some time to figure some shit out. Yeah, you could date, have sex, meet people, but why would you instantly want to jump into a situation when you got to address whatever shit happened with yourself and the other person that led to the end in the first place?
You saying that resonates with me so easily because I view it the exact same way. It just seems like that's just common sense, right? But then you have people who they'll be in a 20-year relationship, throwing it out there, and then they end it. Then they look for another 20-year relationship within a month, a week.
They got to be 40 or 50 by then. They need to find one quick.
But the shit is okay. So fuck it, 20, 10 years, 5 years. Fuck it, scratch that. It's wild to me. I go, you just were in a 5-year relationship. Now you have a little bit of daylight,
and now you're looking for another one
to do your own fucking thing. Yeah. So, but there's somebody listening right now is gonna be like, this dude Io and Tim, they're fucking crazy. I don't know what I can't relate to them whatsoever. To me, it's like, how is it crazy? Why would you want to get back into something that you just got out of?
Because some people literally date to marry. It sounds crazy, but
you can't force
every time somebody like literally, oh, I'm gonna go on a date with this person, they're thinking about getting married to that person. I'm like, I want to date for the experience. Maybe we go on 2 or 3 dates, 4 or 5 dates, get to know each other. It don't work out. All right, cool. We'll be friends. But at the same time, I'm not trying to get my rocks off. I mean, but I will cut that. Put the button.
I'm not cutting.
all right, keep it in the episode.
I don't want to sound corny, but it's one of them things. But like, if you know, you know, right? So it's one of them. It's just one of them. It's just one of them things where if I'm gonna go on dates, if I know, I know. You know, I'm not about to sit here and force feed it and be like, oh, I'm marrying this girl. It's just one of them things where, as crazy as it sounds, it just happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there was someone like I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do my own thing, this, and that. But if I run into some girl and she just knocks my socks off, and I'm like, oh damn, I really like this one. Well, shit, yeah, then I'm gonna pursue it.
Because right now, I'm gonna ask. Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask Dino first, and then I'm gonna go Monte. All y'all can answer this. Have you ever fell in love at first sight?
Nah.
No.
No.
I'm still trying to define what the fuck love means.
At first sight or first pipe?
First pipe, first rip.
That's why
No, neither one.
Oh my god. No.
Have you?
First
I
sight.
like the first pipe.
Have you?
You fell in love from the first pipe?
Not in the first pipe.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Sometimes I've had sex and it was so good. I'm like, damn, I love this girl, but I never said it.
Oh my god.
But I never said it. Sometimes I'll be like, oh man, this is good. I love it. But no.
I used.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
shit.
Hey, y'all don't want to see the face I just gave mine.
It's on video. We good.
No,
It's on video, nigga.
Make sure y'all
We'll rewatch it.
Make sure y'all put that one in the clip. Put that one in the clip.
Oh my
but
god.
sometimes-
Yeah, nah. But I'm a strong advocate for you can't help when you meet somebody. So if it's right out of a relationship or shit, nah, I wouldn't say that. Some people during a relationship, like you can't help when you meet somebody. Like that's why I think we talked about this. I don't know if we brought it on the episode yet, but like talking to girls at the gym, like you might not never see this girl again. You know what I'm saying? Or the fucking Target or the library. Niggas don't go to the library, but you get what I'm saying? Like pull up in her DMs on Instagram. You never know. You know what I'm saying?
So you just spoke about girls in the gym. Every time I'm in the gym, girls are wearing yoga pants. I literally was just talking to like 3 ladies yesterday about the yoga pants. I'm like, I think I'm about to do a social experiment where I'm gonna walk outside and I'm gonna pull up in yoga pants. They were like, girls would look at you, not because of you wearing yoga pants, but what you have in those yoga pants. So now I'm like intrigued. Like I would walk outside right now with some leggings right now, like I'm going to gym practice. Don't shake your head at me.
Hey, man.
I'm single, bro. I'm doing shit.
What the-
Bill Nye the nigga guy. Bill. What kind of experiment
Damn.
is this?
Bro, I did it. So
How does that even
how does it what?
How does it
does that
equate
make
to
sense?
talking
Yeah, like
to- how does you walking
It doesn't
around
correlate
it
at
doesn't-
all.
yeah.
I just wanted to talk about me going outside doing a social experiment in yoga pants. Are you guys mad at me now? Ayo, clear your
When's
throat.
the-
No, dude.
When's the next trip to Orlando?
No, I
That's
agree.
what I'm
No, I
saying.
agree with what Dino's saying. Like, yeah, you never know.
Yeah, you
never
just
know,
skipped
dude.
all over that.
You never talk to him at the. You did the poll. Yeah, the girl said, "Pull up." If
Oh,
you're at
yep,
the gym,
yep,
pull up.
yep.
If you're in the DM, pull up.
Yep.
How else? How else are you gonna meet people if you don't pull up?
Yep.
You're never gonna see them again, right? Who knows? Just pull up.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
See, now when we talk about this, it's crazy because there's cats that have been through it and there's cats that have zero experience with it whatsoever. So like I enjoy this conversation now because somebody actually asked me this earlier where I'm living it. Like the woman that I'm with, I'm gonna end up marrying, right? And I couldn't have said that when I first met her,
Hit the button on
right? So it's one of them things now where over time, there's just certain things that just happen that has allowed me to say, you know what? I want to end up being with this person for the rest of my life, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I don't,
pictures.
nigga,
I'm sorry.
stop being a nigga for once.
All right, cool. I got you.
Once.
I respect you.
But
Picture.
Don't force his hand, bro.
Hey, I'm thirsty.
good.
Oh, he's sensitive. I'm sorry. Go ahead, get it.
I don't remember what I was saying.
So are you saying like you're saying you're in it. What do you mean by you're in it? Like you're in a situation where the girl you're with you're gonna marry?
So I'm saying I'm in it because so right now I met my lady 2 years ago around this time, right? 2 years ago when I met the girl, attractive, right? It's all you just see somebody. Truthfully, before you talk anything, I don't care what nobody says. Looks is number one. I'm like, oh damn, she bad, right? She bad, and then all of a sudden, check that box. Then you get to a point where communicate, texting. Okay, so she texting, she keeping up with the text. So and then you chop it up. Oh, she get the joke, she get the humor, and then all of a sudden, these are boxes as we've been together now for 2 years that are being checked. Inevitably, it got to the point now where it's just like, I mean, there's no more boxes left to be checked. You know, I'm not really out here looking at any other shorties. I'm not really intrigued by any other shorties. So at that point, and then you look at Father Time, you go, I'm not getting any younger. So I'm living it. You know, like I watched myself go from not knowing this girl two and a half years ago to all of a sudden now living together to all of a sudden me saying, I'm gonna end up marrying this girl.
Yeah.
And I can say that openly now.
Yeah.
2, 3, 5 years ago, shit.
But like in all respects, though, like from me being like on the pod, one of the people that like known Tim the longest out of anybody on the show, I literally feel like the relationship that he's in right now has built him into be like a better person than I met him as.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm gonna just give that all credit to his girl, but at the same time, like that is just his growth as a person, as a human being. I'll shake his hand for that. You know, all jokes aside, you know, I'll give it to him. But at the same time, it's like that's what all men I feel like should be like looking for in a woman. Somebody who like makes them better, builds them up, gets them to the next level. Because it literally like the way I feel like my life goes.
He did meet me when I was 16, but I still don't.
Come on, ain't that a long ass time though?
It's a long time. Yeah,
that's 16 years.
I shouldn't be the same when I was 16. No, I like this. Yeah.
Now you got your button.
If it don't evolve you, it shouldn't involve you.
Oh, shit!
And that literally is like,
let's go.
Literally like,
hey, cut him off. That was too good.
That was a bar. Don't say nothing else. Don't fuck it up.
No, don't ruin it.
Nah.
Take my handshake back.
I was gonna say.
Give my button back.
That was your mic drop for the night. That was dope.
Damn, that was good.
Yeah,
If it doesn't involve you, it shouldn't involve you.
we had that. We had the story to the reminiscent shit to talk about. What was your other question?
I was trying to give him his flowers. No, I do have another listener who actually asked, what kind of advice that you received about 10 years ago, 5 to 10 years ago, that you wish you would have followed today? And that comes from Stephanie.
You call her Stephanie?
Call her half a neck. Damn, give my button back. Give my button back.
No.
Give me a button.
I think for me, well, probably the number one piece of advice that I should have listened to is just like stop being so out of control. It's like when I was in college, like I was selling drugs, drinking all the time, fighting, just being reckless, like just because I felt like I had something to prove. Like I always had to be like the wildest person in the party, like, you know, Black and Mild Eye, like that was like 24/7. Like I had to be that way constantly. And like I realized it was unnecessary. Shit got me into a lot of trouble. Like if I could have took it down like 2 or 3 notches, it probably would have been good. So that's the one piece of advice I would take. But hey, at the same time, getting into all that trouble kind of pushed me into another path. Like I was a felon, so I really couldn't get good jobs. So like I was trying to get this entrepreneurship thing popping. So who knows, like looking backwards, what things would have turned out if I would have did everything right, got a corporate job, been like goody two shoes, got straight A's. Who knows? But yeah, definitely avoiding getting felonies and going to jail and all that shit would probably have been a good idea. So yeah, that's mine.
Mine 10 years ago, I don't think I can think about was someone told me that the stuff I'm focusing on now is not gonna matter in the future. And I think 20 years ago I was 20, and all I was thinking about was drinking and partying, and I didn't care about anything. So if I didn't focus on that, who knows where I would have been doing what, focusing on football or some shit like that, you know, doing something, I don't know. But I'm glad it led me to where I'm at now. So at the end of the day, maybe I shouldn't have taken that advice. James.
I don't know. I literally feel like the advice that I received so long ago, because I was like 10 years ago, I'd be 22. I'd be living the advice that I probably should have taken 5 years previous to that 22. So almost like 15 years ago. If I would have listened, I probably should have took school serious. I probably should have listened to people above me who were making the same mistakes that I was making. And I don't know what he just did.
He's still trying to get that button back.
Oh, okay. So, but like literally, like I was making mistakes and things like that people before me were making, and I was picking up on them. But at the same time, it like intrigued me almost to be a nuisance, a fucking thorn in somebody's side, a troublemaker, and make those same mistakes.
Can you tell them what happened when you turned 18? Can you tell them what happened? What'd you do when you came to my football practice when the day you turned 18? You remember that?
So that's not advice. This is a word.
But just think about that though.
This is like a word of like never give a broke nigga, cracker, anybody money. Because they don't know how to act when they get it. When they gave me money, bro, they gave me like $10,000.
They turned 18.
When I turned 18, from a settlement, I literally thought I was about as rich as anybody who you've ever heard about on TV.
What kind of car you bought?
Bro, I bought a Buick. Shut up, dude.
I'm trying to guide you through this.
I don't need no guidance. I know what the fuck I did.
Oh, you need guidance. That's why we're doing this.
So I bought a Buick, bro. I went to Foot Locker. I spent like $2,000. Shit was all in the trunk, bro. I had all the shoes.
How'd you flex?
I pulled up to the. Shut up, dude. I pull up to the football practice. I'm not even on the team, bro. And you know how like you got an agent or like a booster just sitting there waiting, like who the players on the team.
Think about his buddy Garrity,
bro. I was sitting there, I was literally sitting there like, yeah, got the money. So they all finished practice. They walking back to the locker room, and I know how to park where I know they got to walk right by me, bro. I had the trunk open, pop, gave everybody I owed money to their cash flow, and I was living my life. But so I just say like the advice that I wish I would have handled.
Had bootleg Jordans. Nigga was out here trying to boost.
Yeah, Team Jordan.
Really?
I'm joking, bro.
Oh yeah.
He had a truck pop.
But you saw Monte go for it. You had Team Jordan.
Because you said you grew up here and $2,000 in the Foot Locker in Apache Mall. You getting Team Jordan,
bro? But I lived here. I wasn't from here. Remember, I went to the
Pain Street.
So to answer his question for him. If he would have known this years
I would have been
ago,
humbled, bro. I would have
been humbled.
I would have been more humbled, bro.
Because not everybody gets 10 racks when they turn 18.
I would have been more humbled.
Like I said, 2K on some sneakers. He bought a piece of shit Buick that didn't last.
It was $500. Hey, $500 car, $2,000 shoes. Do the math.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Damn.
Yeah, so I would have been more humbled. So yeah, that is my advice. I don't know what makes everybody humble, but I know what would have made me humble back then.
So for me, it's easy. If I would have just committed to what I knew I loved 10 years ago, being the same thing I still love 10 years later, I'd be so far ahead than where I'm at right now. And so that boils down to fitness. I mean, I've been big with fitness since I was 15 when I started playing football. And then when I was 22, I was still the guy that was partying, but I'd get up at 4:00 in the morning and go work out. Still to this day, I'm still that same guy. But if I would have just pursued it when I was 22 years old, and actually, because now seeing how there's influencers and what social media has done with the field of fitness, a lot of the things that people are currently doing now, I would have been years ahead of them. So that's like one thing. There's plenty of things, but that's one thing that I do strongly think about a lot, where I go, just what could have been if I would have just committed to it.
That makes me think. I was just watching this video. There's this guy. He has a channel called like Meet Kevin. So he's like his name's Kevin. He does real estate, stock investing, all that stuff, right? So he did like when he was like 18, he got a part-time job. He like stacked up his bread. Like he bought his first rental property when he was like 19 years old, right? Studied, got the real estate license, all that. He's just buying property year after year after year. Dude's 28 and he's worth like $20 million. And it's like it was like a predictable route. And he did all the things that like weren't cool back then. So he didn't go to the university. Like he commuted. He stayed at his parents' crib and saved the money. He took all the extra money didn't take out loans, did side jobs to get the money to buy real estate. And he's just been like stacking and stacking. Literally, he had like a spreadsheet where he like went year by year and showed his net worth. Like the first year was like $8,000. And like 10 years later, it's like 20 million. It's like, dude, you look back in time and it's like, it's kind of a weird thing to think about. Like, if I could live it over again, would I party less to get that? I probably would go back and I probably would still party like crazy. I probably still wouldn't.
My 22nd birthday, I still remember it like it was yesterday. So it's one of them things where you think about that, how fast 10 years has gone by. When you rewind 10 years ago, if you would have just, like you said, just limited yourself and actually took it step by step, Because now we're going, damn.
Yeah.
All it took was 10 years to get to where we wanted to be.
Yeah.
But realistically, now at the age we're at now, if we take the steps now, that 5-year mark, that 10-year mark, which we know how fast it goes, you got to commit.
Well, that is what happened to me at 25. I'm like, hold on, like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I have nothing to show for like anything that I've done. And like, I saw 30 approaching quick, and I was like, okay,
Scary.
if I don't do something now, I'm gonna be in a bad spot. So
Scary.
I realized it's soon enough, I guess. But yeah, could have realized it earlier.
Advice?
Piece of advice, a younger me heard, right?
Yeah. 10 years
that
ago.
I wish I heeded to. 10 years ago, I was 22, so not much. I would say a little earlier than that. In regards to basketball, I could shoot. I scored at all 3 levels, dude. But yeah, probably just try harder in basketball.
Oh shit.
Pretty much it.
You just coasted, huh?
I wouldn't say I coasted. It was just, it looks like I don't care, but I'd have 25, 15, and 8 and 3 steals and 2 blocks. But
15 minutes? No, 25 minutes, 15 points?
Nah, you can check the stats, but
I want to hear from you.
Yeah, but I think it would just put, you can ask.
Ask EP, because EP is my guy.
You can ask E, you can ask Patrick. Forgot Patrick played with me too.
I'm asking.
But yeah, Eric Perry didn't play, so he probably had the best view. He was always on the bench.
Wow.
Shout out to my homie E.
Sometimes it be your own people.
Nah, he knows that he wrote "I want minutes" on his shoes, bro.
Well, sometimes it be his own skills.
Yeah, that's probably it.
He's my guy, man. He showed major love, especially for moving.
You do know he was still talking.
No, he finished.
Oh.
Shut up.
Yeah, no, I'm done.
He was done, He's done, bro.
So, do y'all?
It's not a cutoff.
No.
It's a fucking merge.
It does actually piggyback off your question. The reminiscent thing I was talking about, it was what's something that, like, a story that you could tell where like you had a girlfriend middle school or early high school or something like that, where you like thought she was the one, like something you did that you were like, that was fucking stupid. Like what? Like that wasn't gonna be my girl.
Got you. So if we go back to middle school and elementary school, bro, do you remember going to like Kohl's and JCPenney's and they have like the table with all the rings on it, like in a pyramid, with the big ass rocks on it? I remember I stole a ring, bro. That motherfucker had to be like 7,000 carats. That shit had to be like, that shit was so big, bro. And I gave it to this girl like in elementary school. We might have been in 2nd grade, and I gave it to her. And the teacher was like looking at me as I was giving it to her. She's like, like in her mind, I'm pretty sure she was like, James, what the fuck and who the fuck and when the fuck did you get that ring? So I literally gave the girl a ring, bro. I was in detention by it's class, bro. They put me in detention and then like my aunt literally was like, yo, that ring came from da 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 da. She didn't like sell me out, but she sold me out, But
wow,
yeah, bro. So I literally thought I was gonna marry this girl back in elementary school. She was the finest thing I've ever seen. Although I was probably 8, 9, 10 years old.
Yeah,
never seen her again.
She keep the ring.
I don't know what the fuck happened to that ring. The Lord of the Rings by now.
Shit, the one I had was 7th grade. I was on the house phone talking to her, laying on the floor. I had the radio like low so she couldn't hear it.
Well, this ain't got money.
And then what the
room? Remember?
Was he at the floor?
It was yeah. What the fuck?
Hey, no, he had his own.
He wins. No.
He had his own floor.
It was 8th grade. And a Pretty Ricky song came on, so I turned it up. You know how you could record on the cassettes and then you flip it up. So I recorded while I was on the radio and stopped it. And so every time I would talk, I would press play. I would press play and be talking with like Pretty Ricky low in the background. And I would be telling her, like, yo, yeah, you the one for me. Like,
you thought you spectacular,
bro.
huh?
So when did he start growing dreadlocks, right?
Bro, we broke up like 3 days after that, bro. Yeah, I kept that tape though. Use it for the next girlfriend.
You still got it?
You want it?
I want to hear you talk on that shit.
Damn. What, 7th grade? Yeah. You ever been on AOL Instant Messenger AIM?
Oh yeah.
The profile.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
was in
dude.
7th grade, nigga. I was in high school, buddy.
Dude, I used to cake so hard on AIM, Instant Messenger, just like talking 8-9 hours into the night, just typing away how I loved all these girls. And
the author.
it was the early beginnings. It was the early beginnings, yeah, dude.
The author.
I was a romantic, total romantic.
Let me self-help you down the slide.
7th and 8th grade. Just typing away. Had my Comic Sans font, blue color, yellow background. That was the way.
Damn.
Ballaholic 0835.
Oh, this nigga really is a motherfucker.
Wait, no sports.
Psycho, bro.
Man,
You remember the font?
The font. All
ASL.
that.
What is ASL? You know?
I used to write.
Sex and location.
Yeah, I used to write girls like love letters and poems and shit when I was in middle school.
Damn.
Yeah.
You did the box?
Romeo.
Yes, no,
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh, I was major simping back in middle school, bro.
You had to fold it up.
Bro, I was a simp king, bro. Writing love letters, writing poems, all that shit, bro.
I was just a badass kid.
Bad.
I was never one for asking bitches out or girls out. Sorry, button.
We got no more buttons
Bro,
left.
I would get the hookup. I would ask the friend. I'd ask my guy to go talk to her girl. Then she would talk to her. And then she would go back, tell her friend, then they tell my friend, they tell me, and go back and forth. I was shy when I was young. So that's how you see it down.
Hold on. Before I answer this question, mine's real quick. Mine was like when I moved here in '98, it was some girl named Marie.
Lisa Marie?
Marie Bartouche, I think that's her name. Yeah, so I'm not sure if she's married now or whatever. But
I was thinking of the Wayne song. I
thought she was gonna be the one, man. I moved here and she was feeling me, and I ain't know no better, and that was that. But
what would you do?
What did I do?
You didn't tell us what you did.
So the big thing in Rochester at the time was like the high school football games. And the high school football games, I remember me and my boy Eric Lund, I'm still cool with them now to this day, actually. We went on a double date I had Marie, and then he had this girl named Whitney, and the parents picked us up, and then we rode and sat in the back seat with these girls, and then we went to the football game, and it's just crazy because everybody's watching the game, and we out there playing like tackle and sharing popcorn, and for me, it was just like the dopest thing. I was like, because I was doing it at the school. And they were the cool kids, huh?
You tackle the girls?
Of course you tackle the girls. Proper form tackling. Yeah, but no, it was just that was the thing.
Girl.
So I mean, I don't know. It's not as exciting as you guys, but I grew up in Rochester.
Yeah, I don't have shit either, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna talk about Lori Hart.
You went to?
I did the whole making girls like mixtapes and shit off the top 10 on Kiss FM shit. Like I would record a couple songs and give it to them over the phone or some shit like that. But yeah, I ain't really do nothing crazy. I still don't. I'm sorry.
I sang to a girl over the phone one time.
Oh shit,
dude! I used to think I
still sing though.
I used to think I was an R&B singer, bro. I used to sing like Usher and Genuine in the shower all the time. Like I could sing back in the day, but then I forgot what song. I sang this girl like a whole full ass Usher song on the phone. I think I was in like 7th grade, bro.
Damn,
hitting the fucking high notes and all that shit.
Damn. What's the most clever way of breaking up with a girl that you've done?
I was a pussy, bro. I had a friend of mine break up with the girl for me on 3-way call, and I sat on the whole conversation and didn't say a word.
Oh my god!
I think you told us that.
Yeah.
You're
on mute?
I think I did it at the crib. I said, yeah, I stayed quiet. I don't even know we had mute at the time. I just stayed quiet the whole time.
Damn.
And the girl was like crying and shit on the phone, and I'm just like, damn. My guy, we could call my guy right now and he'll tell you word for word. He still remembers. Yeah.
My shit was, now that I think about it, it wasn't clever at all. But she met me at my locker and she was talking to me and I was ignoring her. And she was like, "Are you going to talk to me?" And I was like, I looked at her, I was like, "Oh, you're looking for my twin brother." I kid you not. I kid you not. I had a hoodie on. So I went to class. I took the hoodie off.
Dog.
left it in the class, and then went to 2 lockers down from my locker, and she came back. And I was like, my brother said, "You looking for me?"
What?
And she was like,
Was this girl like hideous?
"No, I just didn't want to be with her." And she was like, "Why did you never tell me you had a twin brother?" I was like, "Because like you don't need to know shit about me." And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, we're done."
How old were you?
I was in 9th grade.
I've never broken up with a girl cleverly. It's usually been, I don't know. I broke up with the love of my life over a Skype call.
Oh damn.
That was bad.
Damn shit, Scott.
Yeah, we dated Winona, and then she moved to Minneapolis, and I was like, no, I can't do it. So like we Skyped, and I broke up with her. It's pretty cold blooded. Couldn't even do
Not
it.
really.
on Skype. I feel like if you break up, I feel like for me, I feel like you should break up with people in person.
Yeah.
I feel like you should break up with someone in person.
Yeah.
You should do them the favor of like at least looking them in the eye face to face and breaking up.
But I don't know, because like I've been told that this, I can't remember what the term was, but like that guiltiness, there's like a term when it like if you like literally I'm about to break up with you, like you going through the motions and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
They start crying.
You feel bad, yeah.
You feel bad. You feel guilty, and you're like, "Fuck it, okay, we'll make it work one more time." You know, so
yeah,
nah, never.
You never been there?
Not like that. No. Break up with somebody and be like, "Okay, yeah, let's stay together."
Because they cried in front of you.
Nah.
She cried in front of my twin brother.
You got the Georgia
I was
blood.
like, out of here.
What was his name? Zante?
There it is.
Zante.
Hey, there. No,
Zante.
I didn't even think about the name.
Yeah.
You don't
All right.
break up, you get dumped, huh?
I'm not good at breaking up. I've only been on one relationship my whole life. I'm not good at breaking up. I literally have a problem. This is like off the record, on the record, because we recorded, obviously. But I have a hard time dealing with like abandonment. Like I feel like if somebody like is leaving my side or leaving me, I'm like, I don't know how to handle that. So I literally don't like breaking up. I'd rather like just piece it out and be like, okay, we'll just coast it.
Well, maybe that feeds into your ability to 2 days later be like, hey,
I need somebody
find
else.
the energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that leads to
It
that.
could be that.
Maybe you need counseling.
No, I just
You
need-
You
definitely
should try to go to therapy.
somebody else.
Dude, you need to, what the?
Yeah, you have
wrap,
Yeah, you have what-
wrap it up.
yeah, you have the
Oh,
what's it
trust
called?
me.
You have
What the fuck? Oh my God.
Found it.
you have an attachment love pattern, bro. You have to be with somebody at all times.
Leave
Else
it, up
you're
to
not
have
all-
leave it up to have an author on the show to tell me what I got going on in my
Child.
life.
Hey,
Deep
Nigga, you just told us.
Yeah, you told us.
I'm not the only one on the show with problems. Yeah. Leave it up.
Okay, well, and
Gary Coleman.
so what's your what's like your flaw or your problem you run into when you get into relationships? Like what's, because we all talked about, we had that episode where we were talking about like how women could say like what's your self-sabotage thing that you do with women?
I have a.
oh, I got a good one
Who's
too.
going
I-
first? Who's
I
going
can
first?
go. Mine's
Go
quick.
ahead. Go ahead.
Mine is like I got anger problems.
Oh,
And
whoa.
So no, none of that.
Tell me.
So when I get mad, like I just stop caring. Like I just be like, yo, I don't fucking care. Like I don't care. And like I'll just stop. I'll just be like, I'll stop talking.
Get your hand on my plate.
Like I just leave. Like you could be wanting to settle something, and if I'm still mad, you can try to settle it. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be just like this. I'll sit right here. I'll laugh. So that's my like, hey, we need to work this out. Yeah, all right.
Sociopath, bro.
Sound good.
I don't know what that means.
It sounds good.
Mine is kind of similar to that. I think. Like, I think I have like the ability to like detach rather quickly. I think that could be a good thing and a bad thing. But yeah, I'll just shut off completely. Like, all right, cool. I won't talk to you. I won't respond. Like, huh?
I just said that.
He said
That's what I said.
He said it's the same as
Yeah.
yours.
It must be a 6'5"
Yeah.
above thing.
He's not 6'5".
6'4".
But yeah, like I can,
I'm 6'4".
6'3" and above.
like I can really do that to like the 10th degree. Like it's kind of crazy. I don't know what sociopath means, but I'll Google it.
Better. You're living in California, you better.
So
know
you're
what a sociopath
So you're quick. Like
is.
when it's done, you vamp, you disappear, you're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me, I think it was a thing that when you guys were talking about where you guys were talking about it on, it was a couple of podcasts ago where like you were saying like, is disingenuous to like keep fucking with a girl like if you're not gonna date her. I used to do that shit all the time.
Oh yeah.
I was that guy who would just like play that role to get along, and I would just string it on continuously forever until like the shit fizzled out. And like that's part of the reason why I just was like, all right, I'm gonna stay single. Every girl I talk to, yeah, I'm actually single. Nothing beyond that, but yeah, I was Mr. I had a lot of situationships.
Yeah, you played
that
the role.
I played that role.
Played the role. Yeah.
That was my sabotage for sure.
Tim.
Hey, Nick, don't ever cut me off.
Oh, my bad.
I do the cutting off.
I thought you.
It is ass out of here. There we go. So I'm more like inclined to like a trust thing, because I feel like my trust has been broken with women. Don't put it up. Don't hit it, buddy. My trust has been broken with women a long time ago, where I feel like it takes me a long time to trust a woman. Like she could never does anything to me. Not that I'm like I'm a controller. Like, hey, girl, where you with? Who you with? Where you at? You know, like that's not me. I'm not like a controller. But at the same time, it's like I want to be able to trust a woman and love her for that. But at the same time, I feel like I always don't get to that point.
Hey, hold up. So we don't want to get. Can we get? I don't know how deep we can go, no homo. But like, where do you think that comes from? Like, because
we don't got enough tape left for that.
All right.
That is
I have that written down for me too. Like, I don't know why I don't trust them.
We can get into that. Next.
We can do that next time.
Next episode.
Table that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tim.
Hey man, copyright.
All right, so two things.
I thought of it.
Two things.
Did you just Google the answers?
Okay, so no, here's the thing.
I looked it up too. Yeah.
I Googled sociopath, right? But here's the funny though. Before I get to that, I'm so stupid at times. I typed in POSCIO, and then Google stopped me immediatly and corrected the fact that it's actually SOCIOPATH. So
Nigga,
I don't know why. I don't even know why I admitted that. Like I'll screenshot it and show it to you. I typed.
What word would start?
Pinocchio. I don't know what I was trying to do. I don't know why I thought sociopath started with the P. I'm not. You can't make this stuff up, bro.
Everything starts with a P. PUSSY.
You saw it was a silent P. Oh God,
Sociopath.
like psychology, bro.
Sociopath,
Bro. I gotta live my freedom. I gotta speak my truth.
You're remedial.
Oh no, don't put living freedom on that.
Bro, I told you I'm not the smartest tool in the shed. But no, so the definition is a person with a personality disorder manifesting itself in extreme antisocial attitudes and behavior and a lack of conscience. So yeah, you guys are pretty accurate on that. But no, so I think for me personally, I have this issue in relationships where I want to just keep that flame lit all the time. And if there's moments of silence on my behalf, I get it, but on her behalf, I get nervous. So I just self-sabotage and ultimately think that there might be a problem. So then I try to figure out what I should do, or should I make you laugh? Should I dance? Should I do something? Because I don't want you bored or being upset.
No, yeah.
And it's stupid because I don't know, like, because personally with me, we could sit in silence all day long and I'm fine. But then when I look at you,
No.
I get you.
There's two types of people. There's people who are lit 24/7
And schedulers.
and they're scheduled lit. I'm a schedule lit.
Yeah.
Hey, we can talk at 7:45 today, baby.
Like right now, it's 8:34 right now,
God
and I've been
damn.
up since 3 a.m. So my schedule is telling me I'm gonna go home.
I definitely been up too. I didn't go to the gym. I wanted to go to the gym.
You should have been there.
There's something about getting out of bed, bro. You don't got no dog. You literally asked me about this shit.
I did
So,
too.
Who's the dog's decision? It's my decision. But that shit put a whole new responsibility on you, like you just didn't know you'd have.
So I'm gonna hit him with this one. I feel with you being a person, like you said you was in a relationship and then all of a sudden you're not in a relationship, but then that dog has put you in a position now where you put yourself back in a relationship
with the dog.
Yeah. Like realistically, because it's like that goes back to what you were kind of saying. Like, you need to have something.
Yeah.
So then now, I mean, granted, Hops is the homie, whatever it is. We've all met Hops, but it's just like now you've tied yourself up in a position where you can't be that free spirit that you actually need to be.
Right. You need something to ground you a little bit.
That's crazy.
I'm just getting ready for the summer.
Damn.
There you
if
go.
we have one, shout out to the COVID vaccines. We can let's wrap this thing up. Has anybody got any mic drops real quick?
No, I didn't say what I had to say.
I think we're good. Yeah, we're good.
All I'm gonna say is obviously follow everybody. As of late, I'm really deep diving into mental health and fitness. So if you got me on Instagram at Tim Nella, Nela.
Just plug yourself.
We always gotta plug ourselves.
Shout out to Officer Eugene. What's his name?
Yeah, him too. Yeah. He a hero.
Shout out Officer Eugene. Blocked like 80 people from going into the Congress and
he a real life hero.
Hanging people or whatever.
And shout out
to Eugene. What's his name? Eugene something. I don't know.
I forgot his name. Shout out to Lori Harvey too. She went to the Hall of Fame.
Montez sent you a song.
She got the last Infinity Stone, bro. She Thanos. You got to give her flowers.
She's just checking niggas off, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's nothing.
I'm surprised that Michael B. Because that was a big thing about him. Like, you don't date black chicks.
But if she pressed you, what would you do?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Start your ass.
I like black chicks. What you mean?
I'm saying if she pressed you.
Nigga, I'm doing the bench press. What you mean?
I'm saying because like when you look at her hit list, it's just like, damn, do you want to just add yourself to that list because you know how it's gonna end up?
I mean, it's not messy. She must have like the mythical joint. We got to talk about that too.
Yeah, but all I know is you done been with Sean Combs and his son, Trey Songz, Future,
Sean Combs, Buddy Combs, Buddy Earl,
Honeycombs, Cookie Crisp. You know what I'm saying? Like Cocoa Crisp.
Yeah. I mean, for some reason they do just circle them back all the time. I don't understand it. But it's
Hollywood.
Whatever. I don't know.
I never lived like that. Add me to that mix, but whatever.
Whoa. What the Hollywood mix?
Yeah,
anywho, is Io coming back yet?
We lost that nigga.
He's gone.
All right, everybody went on the fucking bathroom break.
Not me.
Whatever. We good? We good out here?
Yeah. Hey, man,
right, thank
you.
You
Have something to say before you say that. Listeners, if you make it to this point, I know people listen to podcasts, they usually cut off before the end, but I didn't even tell the fellas this. As a special treat, 5 mics, we were supposed to be doing these giveaways. I think this upcoming week we should do our first one. If you reach this point in the podcast, just DM the page 5 mics pod, and we'll automatically enter your name twice in the drawings for a giveaway.
My man.
Okay, you can
we'll put the info. We'll put the info up on the.
They don't know.
We'll put the info up on the pod this week. Yeah, that should be pretty dope.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So thank you everybody again for tuning in, for the YouTube, for the Spotify, for the Apple Podcasts. It's episode 25 of the 5 Mics podcast. Find us on the Grammy at Tim Nella, at Pastor Hops, at Io the author, at Black Adonis, at D Norris II, at the number 5 MICS pod. As always, stay up and pray up to your days up. We out of here.